Hello everybody, it's Anna here, and yes, I am sporting a wonderful new black beard that I grew myself, 100% natural. It definitely matches my hair color very well. I'm very proud of it. That's not true, but maybe you are wondering one other thing. Wow, you backed up into a parking space? That's amazing, you have mad driving skills. No, I'm just a cheater like everybody else. I pulled in and then I went right over that completely solid white line that you're not supposed to pull over, and now it looks like I backed in. Anyway, I am here at the good old Joann Fabrics. You can't see it. Hold on, let me show you. There it is. Now, would I rather be at Hobby Lobby? Yeah, I'd probably rather be at Hobby Lobby, but I don't really live close to a Hobby Lobby, and Walmart hasn't really had great fabric selections lately, at least not the Walmart near me, which I also don't even live that near because I live in the middle of nowhere, at least it feels that way. Anyway, so I am at Joann's to pick up some yellow fabric. I was working on a Hamilton transformation dress in 2017, I believe. I might be off by a year, but I think it was 2017. If not, it was 2018. And now that Hamilton is out, I have actually seen it. But at the time, I had done some research on it. I loved the music. I had some friends who were really into it, and we would listen to it together and sing to it together. This is shaking too much, but my arms are hurting. I'm weak. I've been filming for 3 minutes and 10 seconds, but anyway. I had originally heard that the actress who plays Peggy and Maria is the same actress, and I thought, how cool would that be to have a transformation dress that goes from Act 1, Peggy, to Act 2, Maria. And of course I had to do this for my littlest sister because I'm the oldest, then I have my little sister and my littlest sister who would be Peggy. So I thought it'd be a lot of fun to make this dress for her, and I guess that's the inspiration. So now, years later, I'm going to finally finish this transformation dress. So here we go into the good old Joann's. We're just gonna put our mask on, beard, excuse me, whatever. Anyway, looking like a ninja. Of course, I had to make it difficult on myself and park way far away. Ooh, that's a good deal. And look at this gorgeous fabric. Yes, we should take advantage of this deal. How much does this cost? Oh yeah, no. No. Buy beautiful fabric. These prices, even at 50% off, they really remind me why I go thrifting and I use old sheets and curtains for my dresses and costumes, because although some of this stuff's really pretty, some of it's ugly, but some of it's pretty, it's expensive. Like, I don't even know. I was kind of hoping to find some deals, but I think at this point I'm just gonna buy the yellow fabric and that's it. If I can even find yellow fabric that cheap. Otherwise I'm gonna go hit up some thrift stores. Now I am going to give you a little bit of advice. I'm just kind of hanging out here in this aisle because it's not very busy, but still it's just weird to talk in front of people. It seems rude. It's like you're ignoring them. I don't know. It's like when you're on the phone and you check out at the register and you like ignore the cashier. I don't want to be that person. Anyway, I'm going to give you this little tip or advice. When you're making a transformation dress, you definitely have to use the right kind of materials. Shiny, thin, lightweight materials usually work best for the whole thing overall. You don't want thick things. You definitely don't want any of this outdoor utility fabric, denim, even thick cottons don't work very well. You want something that's very thin and lightweight. So if you're going to make your own transformation dress someday, that is definitely something to keep in mind. How is it already time for that? It's the middle of summer, it's July, y'all. Happy fall, y'all. So at this point, I'm thinking it might be cheaper and easier, which sounds crazy because it's not really easier, but to just buy a bottle of yellow fabric dye and dye a white sheet that I have at home, or a light colored sheet. And then I can get the exact color I want without having to pay a fortune. But I'm gonna keep looking a little bit and we'll see, maybe I'll find something. This cute zebra print. It's adorable. I would really like a dress mat of that, but it's probably expensive. And the price tag's all the way up there and I can't really reach that or see that because I'm short. But they're so cute. Well, it's still more than I'm kind of wanting to pay, like at all. But I found this nice material, kind of thin. It's a polyester. It's silky and smooth, so it's definitely going to transform well. It is $9.99, which I feel like is decent compared to the prices on everything else. This is looking like whitish cream, but it is yellow, I promise. That yellow over there is a lot brighter, but on camera, that's what this is in real life, if that makes sense. So I think I'm just going to go with this one, get about 3 yards. That should do it. Well, this is everything. It's going to come up to be way more than I was planning to spend. like a lot. I mean, I didn't have a budget, but I didn't expect it to be this much. I do have a coupon, so that's nice. I mean, it's not even like I found great buttons or great lace. It's just the cheapest. And this was pretty much one of the only yellow fabrics they had. So today wasn't super successful, but I found things to make a costume. Most expensive costume I've made in a while, but here we go to the checkout. Okay, we are back in the car. The AC is blasting because I don't want to ruin my mask with my contaminated hands or whatever before I get home and wash them. And we have got the goods. Also, shout out to the lady at the register whose name I will not disclose because identity theft. Oh, I thought I was moving. I got real scared there for a second. Just the other car, false alarm, I'm not moving. Anyway, I had one of these nice little coupons, 50% off, one item. I thought it was to be used on the cheapest item. Well, the lady at the counter, very nice lady, like I said, not disclose your name because identity theft, was able to bring down my whole entire purchase to $27. The fabric was supposed to be $33. She used the 50% coupon on the fabric. So that brought down my total a lot. Yay! Let's go home and make a dress. Also, I didn't buy Velcro, so hopefully I have some of that at home. I probably do somewhere. Probably in the wrong color, but we'll make it work. That's probably too much sanitizer. Oops. Oops, I just locked myself in. All right. Look at this cute little plastic bag I got in the mail. They're seeds, not drugs. Did you think they were drugs? You have a dirty mind. No, these are seeds for my vegetable garden. Gourd seeds, to be exact. Dun, 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 dun. Here it is. This is the loot. I got this lace. It's not really quite long enough for the dress, but I figured that I could sew a couple layers together. Also, it's going to be modified for a little girl's body, so everything can be a little more mini. I couldn't find the kind of buttons that you can cover with fabric, so I just got these. There are only 8. Will it forever haunt me that there aren't going to be 9 buttons like the original costume? Yes, it's going to bother me and haunt me a lot forever. It's going to drive me nuts. But also this is being modified for a smaller body, so I probably don't even need as many buttons, and I wasn't going to spend another $3 for one button when I didn't even need the other things, although I'm sure I could find use. And here are the 3.333 yards of yellow fabric that I got. I feel like it's actually starting to look a little bit yellow in this daylight. Kind of looks yellow. It's just not really showing up properly on this camera. I'm not really sure why. And this fabric's actually very nice because it's very thin. Kind of reminds me of, I don't know, different costumes and little Asian dresses that my grandmother would get me throughout the years. So I think this is going to transform very well. It's light, but it's enough weight to actually transform properly. And I don't know what this little bump is. We'll have to iron this out. But it's also a good material because it doesn't look like it gets wrinkled too easily. That's definitely another thing I would suggest when getting fabric for a transformation dress. Find something that doesn't wrinkle too easily because it's going to be bunched up a lot of the time before the transformation, and even after the transformation, that dress that was originally on top is going to be kind of folded over and scrunched up underneath the new dress that you've transformed into, or dress 2, I guess, if you want to say dress 1 and 2, or the before and the after, whatever you want to call it. So this material here, which is polyester, is really good material. I don't know what it is actually called. It literally just said 100% polyester. So yes, that's what we got for $27 or whatever it was. Now I have to go dig through my stash for some Velcro. Found some. Well, Joann's is a little pricey, but they did give me a complimentary one of these. It's a garbage can liner. We'll just plop that in the bottom of my garbage can. And now I can put thread in there and other trash. But who am I kidding? Throw away thread? Yeah, right. We don't throw away thread here. We save it. It's useful. There's crafts you can do with it. Same with fabric scraps. Don't throw those. You can make scrap quilts, string quilts. You can also make these. Let me show you what I've been making. These are one of my new favorite things to make. These. I made this one a while ago, but I started making them again. You can definitely use little scraps of fabric for this. Aren't they cute? I don't know what its purpose is, but I love it. Here's another one. This is totally unrelated. Everybody who clicked on this video for Hamilton is probably sorely disappointed. There, look at that one. Isn't that gorgeous? little bits of scrap fabric and beads and embroidery floss and old bits of thread. You can turn them into Christmas ornaments. That's what I've done. I have one I can show you. Like I said, I've been making a lot of these. They're my new thing. But look at this gorgeous angle. Beautiful. And then I have Oreos in my teeth. Look at this one. See, it's a Christmas ornament. Oh, so that's fun. Don't throw away anything. Everything is useful. So this is the pattern that I used. This one in the bottom right hand corner, which I was going to try to point to, but I'm using my other hand, so that one. The pink one, View C, right there. And I modified it a little bit, and I'm going to use that for the yellow dress as well. That's going to go over top. I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger so that this dress can be concealed underneath. I'm going to lengthen the sleeves so that the sleeves can be concealed, and then I'm going to actually shorten the skirt for the yellow dress so that when it transforms, the red one falls right on top over it, because I don't want you to see the yellow dress underneath once it has transformed. I had seen somebody on Etsy had made a whole bunch of Skylar sister costumes for little girls, and they used this pattern. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's perfect. I also own that pattern. So yes, I'm going to use this pattern as well because it worked pretty well. For this, I'm not even going to follow the pattern for the skirt at all because I'm going to modify it to transform anyway. And for this, I don't want a zipper in the back, so I'm putting this on the fold instead of cutting two separate pieces out. And I'm also not adding this in. I'm just not going to cut out that much fabric because I don't need room for a zipper. And I'm just going to kind of modify some things and make this work for me. Now this is going to be really loud when I wind this bobbin, but I think it's so fun to wind bobbins on camera because they sound so cute, except mine's kind of angry and loud, but cute. So I decided that I'm going to sing for you from Hamilton while we wind this. What should I sing though? I didn't actually think this through. Okay, so my bobbin thread is wound and my pieces are cut. As you can see, I didn't cut this as long. I made that a little longer, didn't cut out the zipper part, and I'm not going to follow any of the markings or trace anything or cut out any of the clippy clip triangles, and I'm also not going to read the instructions because I'm just going to piece this together how I feel like I need to piece this together. Here's the bodice so far. It's inside out. And then I have the sleeves here, which I'm going to sew on. Then I have some scrap material here. I forgot that I need to make those little tabs on the bottom of the bodice before I connect it to the skirt. So I'm going to make those as well. So I changed my mind. I went ahead and took the bodice apart, or at least partially apart, and I decided to cut the sleeves in half and to make a back and a front completely separate from each other. That way the transformation will be more flawless. Originally I was just going to sew up the dress and then cut off all the, cut the front and back in half and then add in Velcro so that it could transform or tear apart magnets, but then I realized that was kind of a bad idea because that was just making extra work for myself. So here you can see the back of the dress. I have a roll hem all around, but you can see that it's such a thin material that it kind of rolled inward, and it's not super nice looking everywhere. It's not horrible, but it's definitely not the best. But it's the back, so I don't care too much. But for the front, it's going to be more noticeable, and it's a thin fabric, and I was worried that the red from this dress would show through the yellow of this dress. And I tested it. It doesn't show too much, but I thought just to be extra careful, I'm going to line it. So I'm going to lay this right here like I did. I'm going to cut out an outline, whatever this is, of the white dress. And then I'm going, or not the white dress, but the white of this old sheet. And I'm going to sew it right sides together and flip it inside out. That way it's kind of like a pillow, and it's going to have completely neat edges all around. And then I'll probably just go ahead and top stitch that before I attach both of these to the skirt, which I still have to cut out. The bodice is done, the back of the bodice is done, and 6 little tabs. I think the original dress actually has 8 or 10, but because this is condensed in little, they aren't gonna fit. Plus I don't really want to make more. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip those, trim off all the seams, and I'm going to iron everything because it needs desperate ironing. You can see where it was on the bolt. I didn't pre-iron because why would I? Now I'm not really sure what to call these, so I'm just gonna call them tabs. Basically, I'm going to attach them by sewing here, basically right sides together, and then they're going to come down. When I attach the skirt, I'll also attach it on here, so this will be kind of sandwiched in between. I'll do that for the front and the back. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Daisy May. Happy birthday to you. She can smell it. You're just chilling. Yeah, you're just chilling. So I went ahead and I cut out these 2 big pieces. Basically, the fabric on the bolt was folded in half, so just unfolded it, cut it down the middle, and did it about that long. I would guess it's about 5 or 6 feet. I don't know exactly. There's no exact science to it. I just wanted a pretty full skirt, so this is what I went with. Anyway, I went ahead and I hemmed the bottoms of both of those exactly the same as before. No exact science. I just kind of eyeballed it. Actually, I think they're pretty similar. They did a good job. I'm surprised. Okay, I'm not surprised, but I'm surprised they're so even actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to gather both of those up at the top, and then I'm going to sew the one to this and the one to that. And basically I'll have a front dress and the back of a dress. So here I have the bodice of the yellow dress. This is the right side, this is the right side of the skirt. I went ahead and I put the skirt on like this, and I'm going ahead and picked it as I went ahead and I gathered, but I left less gathers up here and more gathers here towards the side because I want there to be more gathers there. So here's the front panel of the dress, or the front of the dress. Looks pretty nice so far. Sleeves, front, little tabs. I'm gonna add buttons, and it's a pretty full skirt. It's nice. The edges are not finished. I'm going to go ahead and finish those. I could have done it beforehand. If you are making this dress, I would suggest probably doing it beforehand, or at least serging them. But it's fine to do them now like I am. And then I'm going to add lace to the sleeves. These are also unfinished and raw. And then basically I'm just going to add Velcro all along here, here, the sides, and to about here on the dress. Like, I don't know, 6 inches, 7 inches down. And then I'm going to sew up both sides. Right there and right there. That way when you pull the dress off on both sides, it kind of falls over onto the bottom half of the skirt. Okay, this one looks really weird and scrunched up, but it's just because it's laying on top of the red Maria dress. Anyway, I have both of my dresses here, my back and my front. I added the lace on, so they look really nice. Now we are going to go ahead and add the Velcro. I went ahead and sewed up both sides. Right here and right here. And I put in the Velcro, and the lace is done and everything, so now we just have to do the buttons. I'm gonna give you a peek at the Velcro. So it's along the whole edge of the arm, and then there's Velcro here going along here. From the front you wouldn't notice though, because I did it in such a way so it wraps around kind of like the back, if that makes sense. It's like wraps here and it wraps there. Angelica,
Eliza, and Peggy. We're the Schuyler sisters.
work! Scene 2.